Good evening, Facebook fans and friends, and welcome to the Doris Hall James Indie Show. This evening we have a legendary guest here on the show, and I mean that when you hear his story, you're going to say he is legendary. We have no other than Tamaj Conway here with us. Tamaj, and we have his wife, Charlie Conway. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Doris Hall James Indie Show. And as I told you before, I am blessed to have another husband and wife team on the show.
Correct.
Okay? Because I think that is wonderful when you both work together to achieve a common goal. Yes. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Now, Conway, let's get started because we only have this 45 minutes and we want to cover this to the max.
I'm telling everything tonight. I'm telling
you
it all. It's all going to hang out. I'm telling everything.
Okay, so let's start. You are from Philadelphia?
I'm definitely Philadelphia, born and raised. Born at Women's Medical on Wissahickon. No longer there, of course. But I lived in North Philadelphia. Okay. I lived in West Philadelphia. I lived in South Philadelphia. I was in Germantown for a while, and that's where, my music story really begins.
Begins in Germantown. Okay, do you play any instruments?
Yes, piano is my favorite, keyboards. I like keyboards, synthesizers, and, organ. I started with bongos.
Oh, boy,
yeah.
Okay.
I, got my calluses up. Then I went to guitar, and I got my calluses up. And then and bass, electric bass. I played the electric bass. Messed around with the cello for a minute until I broke the guy's neck. So I always had a fascination. I've played trombone, long tones with a friend who he's now with the Ellington band. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've read a lot about you. Okay, and I just kept reading.
It's not true.
It's true. It's true. And the reason,
I didn't do it.
It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. And the reason I know it's true is because my friend T. Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He told me. He said you've got to interview Conway. He told me that. He said you got to do it. And I said Conway, and he said yes. We started out together, and you have to hear his story. And so I had you on my list of all my artists that I had to interview. So then when Double Exposure came on, and they said, you gotta get Conway. I said, yes, I've got to get Conway. So then I began to read, and I couldn't begin to tell you all the songs and all that, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. Tell me how your musical journey began.
Well, I got in trouble in North Philadelphia, and I ran to Germantown to stay out of trouble.
All right.
So that's where I met up with Frankie Beverly. Okay. He was the lead singer for the group that we formulated called the Butlers. And it was John Fitch, who incidentally wrote Shane, a fellow by the name of Sonny Nicholson and Joe Collins. And the group just mesmerized me, and I had to be a part of it. And so I found the note, and
And you sang your note?
I sang my note, and basically I was happy with that. I just wanted, I believed in Frankie, and I said, this is the goose that laid the golden eggs. I'm just going to sit right here and just have, but that was not to be, because I got drafted and wound up going to Vietnam.
Oh, you got drafted in the military.
Yeah, I had that scene, so it got, it got a little ugly, and a lot of people, does not understand what that's like, especially in the music business. And I used to stay quiet a lot when I was around my man T. Life and a lot of the people that I came in contact with. I was battling with post-traumatic stress disorder from what I had seen in Vietnam, but I didn't know what it was. So I was trying to internalize what I was dealing with. So the reason why people don't know who I am, although I did a lot, is because there were laps, and then I would reinvent myself into another situation. So I was the baritone singer for the Butlers, and a lot of people know me as the baritone singer for the Butlers. And then I got with T-Life and we formulated a group where we were like self-contained, So I sang and I played piano with that group.
Okay.
And we wound up, we went down to the PIR, PIR, Philadelphia International Records.
Right.
So yeah, we went down to get some forms for working forms from this guy by the name of Orny Pep, who used to have a little bit of he used to own a little bit of the Blue Notes.
Okay.
So when we got there, we wound up with a job with PIR. So that's how I became a writer, arranger, and a producer. Okay. So it all happened by happenstance. It was
meant to be.
Yeah, it just was meant to be. God puts these things together, and I'm still, amazed at all the things that He does. He gives me these visions, and he's awesome. Yeah, he's all that.
He's all in all.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's how I met up with T-Life. He was a very impressionable. He was a very impressionable guy, and we've had some great times together. And I might say he's probably a better producer than I am. Although I may be a better songwriter than he is, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe but he's a fantastic. I've heard some of his latest stuff, and kudos.
Well, he thinks very highly of you, okay, and he says this is who you need to get, and you're here, and I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started your career really from working with Philadelphia International Records? Is that how you started?
No, I started my career working with the Butlers. And the Butlers, I left out some things. So the Butlers, we did about 4 or 5 different singles. Mm-hmm. And some of them were like, kind of like, tri-city hits, kind of like in Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington. Incidentally, since this is going out throughout the world, I just want to say happy Martin Luther King.
Okay, to everyone.
To everybody.
Okay.
Definitely a great man. And on 1963, August the 28th, I was at the March on Washington.
Okay.
Just, But, so, we did a lot of shows for Jerry Blabbett, High Lid, the Geeter with the Heater, High Lid. I mean, these guys worked us day in, day out. I remember Joe, he had this pushmobile. We just killed him at this
Hop radio.
Yeah, one of his
record hops.
One of his record hops, and we big stars. We come out and we get into Joe's car, and it wouldn't start. we had to pushing it down the street,
Oh, that was so embarrassing.
Man. Oh man.
That
you
was
know.
funny.
Yeah, we were headline. Well, we were young too, you know. We were young, so we started out, and then we wound up on a lot of songs for Cameo Parkway because we wound up at Cameo Parkway. They wanted us to. This is. I'm telling. They wanted the Dovells to have to have more soul, sound black.
That was with Lynn Barry, right?
Lynn Barry,
okay.
my man Lynn Barry.
Lynn Barry.
Love you, Lynn.
Love you too.
Just, you know, so they had us sing some of the songs that they sang, you know, to give it that soul flavor,
okay.
you know. And we did. We sang on songs by Dee Dee Sharp. We did the Monster Mash, and we got paid $30. That song's been out, you know, where they said we can't pay you like you're in the union and give you royalties because you're not in the union. So we're gonna give you this $30, and you know, love you. So you know, that song's been out forever. Yeah. Every Halloween you hear the Monster Mash. You know,
$30.
You know, we made $30 a piece. Yeah, we made $30 a piece. You know, and that was, you know,
that's for the year.
Yeah, you know. So, you know, there's good news and bad news in the business. So, you know, that was. But this guy Don Zacherles was so funny. He was, you know, he just made it an experience because, you know, when we went into the studio, he had taken soap and drew all over the engineer's booth. He had fish, all kinds of different mermaid. You know, he drew all this stuff. He was just you couldn't stop him. He was a practical joker, and he was just. He was so funny. He wound up. He had a show called Shock Theater. You're not old enough to know.
Oh yes, I am.
You know.
I'm old enough. I don't know, but I'm old enough to know.
Well,
yeah.
Shock Theater came out, and I was a boy. I was a boy. I used to sneak up to watch Shock Theater because I was supposed to be in bed at you know, at I think it was 10 o'clock. Shock Theater came on at 11, so I had to sneak up, turn the television down, you know, so that nobody could hear me. But there I was, singing the background on his song, some of Chubby Checker's songs. So out of the 60s, you know, we were an intricate part of the sound of Philadelphia. Ironically, the studio was at 309 South Broad. Yes. Which eventually, that's where Gamble, Huff and Bell moved. The PIR. They moved at that same studio. And so, you know, I seen the whole thing rebuild again, and you know,
and for those artists, when you know, you work for a lot of those artists down there, such as the Intruders, the Blue Notes, the OJs.
Was
Gene Carn too? Did you do some
Gene Carn? There's the Spinners.
The Temptations.
I did the Temptations, but it wasn't there. The Temptations. I think we recorded the Temptations. We went to New York. That was when I got with Baker Harrison Young, and that's also when I met Double Exposure and a lot of those things. So I've had some great highlights in the music business. I worked with Ben E. King. Ben E. King was like one of my real heroes. I mean, from a kid going to elementary school, we were going down the street trying to sing his song. I'm singing with a guy who he could sing, but you know, we're trying to make harmony together, and then all of a sudden there I am one day, Benny King is in the studio with me on a day that I made goo gobs of money from Atlantic Records that day. I mean, that was a great day, and I'm there with my main man, Benny King. Wow, how could it get any
That's
better?
so fortunate, isn't that?
Yeah, you know, and he could have been anywhere, but he wanted to be in the studio, and I was working on his music, and you know, it was great, man. It was great. Yeah. So.
So tell me about some of these songs that you've written, because it's so many of them. So can I choose a couple?
Yes, you
Okay,
may.
now I'm not like it says Disco Inferno.
Well, I had now here's the thing. Let's go.
That's
I did
Ronnie
not
Trent's
write.
fella.
Let me
Let's
clear
get
this
straight.
up.
Okay, let's go.
I did not write Disco Inferno.
Okay.
I did not produce Disco Inferno.
Okay.
I did play on Disco Inferno.
Okay.
However, what happened was when I did Double Exposure, the Disco Inferno album and the Double Exposure album had come out at the same time. So they said to me, and I love Norman, he's a good guy, but the people who he was working for said, look, we cannot give Conway any publishing.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You know, because he's connected with Gamble Huff and Bell. I was still working for Gamble Huff and Bell, and I might say it wasn't a very good contract that I had. Okay, so, but you know, that was the business at that time. So Norman Harris said to me, well, look, I tell you what, I can't give you any publishing on this CD. But what I can do is I'm going to give you a half a penny on the Disco Inferno album. Now what it was it was just like this. It was two pieces of paper. You know, neither one of them had really made a lot of noise at the time. If he had known that Disco Inferno was going to be in 100 albums, 100 major movies, I might not have got that.
Right,
okay?
Good.
So that's the connection. And a lot of people think that I am going around saying that I wrote that song. I did not say that.
Okay.
But I do say that I have a small piece of the song. Not anything that I did. I just said, God is good. He evened the whole thing out so that I can get a little piece.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
and that's
well, how about is that 10%?
10%.
Okay.
Yeah, 10%. Like I said, I didn't get any of the publishing.
Okay.
But my writing partner, who co-wrote the song with me,
who is that?
his name was Alan Felder.
Okay, Alan Felder. Okay.
He's deceased now. God rest his soul. He actually got 10% of the publishing on that song.
Okay, 10% of 10%.
10% of 10%. Yes, he did. He got 10% of 10%. I got writer's royalties. But there were even some songs on that CD that I had something to do with that I didn't get anything. They talked me into...
you didn't know.
Well, yes, I knew.
You did know?
You know.
Okay.
But I thought that maybe if I created this track record, which was a mistake, that I would eventually be able to work out a good deal.
I understand.
But that didn't happen. As it turned out, before I could get to the good deal, it started crumbling. The sound of Philly started crumbling. And then I began to implode because all of a sudden, this thing that I was hiding, this PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that I received from being in the service, started to come forth. And, and I don't know why I started getting these flashbacks. You know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So while other people were going in the other directions, you know, T-Life, you know, he wound up with this super deal with RCA. I wound up kind of combing the streets, you know, in the ghettos of different areas, trying to get drugs, trying to medicate myself from what I was experiencing, you know. And so it wasn't until I began to go to certain PTSD groups that I began to understand what that was about. And then
where was the VA at this time?
Okay, all right.
Well, I started out in New Jersey, and I wound up at right over here at
34th Street.
34th Street. Yeah.
So they did help a little bit.
Well, they helped me in terms of in terms of recognizing that I had you know, post-traumatic stress. But you know, it took a battle before they connected it with service connected and any other benefits that might you know, that took about 10 hard years, and I had to threaten to go to the Supreme Court and all. That's another story.
Yeah, well, you know, all the I want to get back to this here because I'm interested. I want you to choose a song that you wrote.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me why you wrote the song. What was the meaning behind that song? Tell me about it.
Wow.
You know, I wrote so many songs. I got to be honest. I don't even remember a lot of what was going on. It's like a machine, you know, writing song after song after song. And, you know, I do know that a lot of it had to do with what I was feeling at that particular time. Some of it may have been a partially fantasy, or may have been a fragment of something that I had heard from another song. But, you know, getting back to 10%, the group Double Exposure had most of the album done, but they didn't have the song that they were looking for. They needed a hit, so they asked me, who was like new blood, you know. So they asked me, and they asked Alan Felder, could we get together and write something? So we went out down to this club called the Catacombs.
Oh, the Catacombs.
Yeah, that was on Market Street at the time.
Okay.
And you know, I could hear the speakers, you know, poof, 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 poof.
Yeah.
So I kind of locked that into my head, you know, and I came up with this bass line, and so, you know, I heard this, you know, and I kept hearing that, you know, and that's where that whole thing came from. And then I had to convince Baker. Baker was the bass player, legendary bass player, and a great bass player. His whole thing was sound, so I was bringing in something new, a new technique that he had to adjust to, because his tonation was impeccable, and that's what he always showed off. So he liked to play long tones. If he had played it, he would have done it like this. It would have been like that, you know. So, but I said, no, I don't want that. You know, so we fought over it for a while, and finally he gave in.
Good.
And, you know, the rest is history, you know. 10% turned out to be one of the biggest New York songs, you know, ever made, I guess. I had no idea how big it was because I was a
You're so
workaholic.
good. Yeah, you did some
know.
good stuff.
Yeah.
And you're so busy working and
Yeah.
putting out songs.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
don't
have a
know
clue.
some,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't have a clue.
South Africa.
I didn't have a clue until I went to New York. When I went to New York, then I went to New York to pick up my gold album for that song, you know, and they had built a company. I couldn't even get in the company. You know, they didn't. It was like I said, well, "This is T. Conway." When they started out in a garage.
Oh, okay.
They was on Madison Avenue. You know, when I came up, you know, and I couldn't get in, so I'm cussing, and you know, they finally let me in. This crazy man down here says he said he bought the building basically. So I came in, you know,
Okay.
and you know,
And that was big one in South Africa.
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it was big.
let's go with. There are a lot of musicians in Philadelphia,
Right.
and since we've been doing the show,
Right.
I mean, it's a lot. You know, I knew it was a lot.
Right.
I didn't know it was a lot. You know, and I meet them all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of talent.
And they're struggling.
Yeah.
They're working clubs.
Yeah.
They're trying to get venues. They're doing
Right,
all
right.
kinds of things.
Right.
But what makes Philadelphia so special when it comes to music and musicians? What makes us so unique?
Okay. I'm gonna build it up and I'm gonna tear it down.
Here we go. Tell us the
Okay.
truth.
So, this is from my perspective. Okay. So, no doubt, got some of the greatest musicians, some of the greatest talents in Philadelphia. What happened that made it such a commercial, what's the word I'm looking for? Commodity. Philly had the backing of Columbia, which is the mafia, and they will make you an offer that you can't refuse. Okay, so though now, not taking anything away from the talent, I mean, you had the second string violin players, you know, and Gamble, you know, Kenny Gamble was a genius. He had all these people who he put together, you know. The rhythm section was basically the rhythm section from the Uptown.
Okay.
So I was just a small, basically,
Reed.
yeah. I was basically just a small, you know. I can't really take a whole lot of credit. I just took advantage of being in the
Right
mix of this army of great, talented people, you know. Now, you know, the stuff that I do now is not. I think it's fantastic when you think that when you realize that I have PTSD, and you know, and I'm basically I'm going from my basement to the radio and the internet with, you know, I think it's great, but it does not compare with some of the great musicians that came out of the Philadelphia. You know, you got MFSB, who was.
And that's who I'm interviewing next week. I
Okay.
have Dennis Harris.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, a great musician. A great musician. You know, give him my love.
Yeah, I have to connect.
you
We
know,
want to connect people together. 'Cause
Yeah.
like one guy said that he hasn't seen Winston Gay in like 50 years, and he was
Wow.
working with
Yeah.
Winston Gay. I think
Yeah.
it was LTD.
Yeah, LTD.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know, I have to exchange numbers. But let
Right.
me take a minute and say hi to our
Okay.
Facebook family and friends.
All right.
And we have, can you see this? You want to see it too?
Okay.
We have Steve Mason,
Okay. Hey,
And
Steve. What's
Steve,
up,
yeah.
buddy?
Michelle Naves, okay,
Ah,
my daughter-in-law.
Michelle. Oh, okay.
James Jackson,
What's up, buddy?
Craig Thompson,
Oh,
Joseph
yeah.
Smith.
Okay.
See if I can get this up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, Sandy Sykes, my sister.
Okay.
Joe Harris from Double Exposure, right?
My main man.
Okay.
All right. All
Yvonne
right.
Candy. Hi, Yvonne. Thank you. Great
Yeah.
interview. Thank you. Wardell Piper. Hi,
Oh
Wardell.
man. Hey,
Okay.
babe.
And then we have.
If you don't say T Life,
I'm
going
gonna say
I'm
I'm a carrot. I'm a wait and say T Life last because I know he wants me to say his name. And then I'm going to go to
my man.
Marcy Francis.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
And Terrence Tracy Nelson.
Ah. Okay.
And Viola, that's my next door neighbor.
Hey, Viola.
Stanley P. Briston.
Okay.
Matt Green.
Oh yeah, my man Matt Green.
And now I can say T Life. He's here with us, and he's saying that was my favorite song, the Monster Mash.
Oh yeah.
History. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that was funny because we were down the Clef Club and we did a spoof on that song for Denzel Washington. I think it was his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, down at the Clef Club. T Life got up and did a little roast to the Monster Mash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you've had a great career, but I want to go to Charlie for a minute. Can I?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's
Now-
all Stash Code.
Yeah. Now, Charlie, how do you work with Conway through his musical career? I mean, what do you do? You're involved in it?
Basically, I'm the computer wizard
Okay.
for him, and I do a lot of the album designs.
Oh, do you?
Hmm
Okay.
And just handle some day-to-day stuff that,
Mhm.
he needs me to do.
Okay.
And, so we are trying to get
She
it.
knows all the passwords.
See,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Conway, passwords.
I do know all the passwords.
She
yes.
does know all the
Yes,
passwords.
and when I don't know it, is I forgot password, and we can always give me one.
Yeah.
But yes,
Okay.
I'm in there with him and listen to some of the
That's
stuff.
great.
He'll call
That's
me
great.
down,
Oh,
and,
that's great.
and I'll listen to it and give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Or I was like, hey, can you put this in it? I hear kettle drums. I think I told you one time.
Yeah, yeah,
Kettle drums or
yeah.
something,
Okay.
But with him, and
Well, that's
he's
good.
with me, and I'm glad.
Now, tell me about this new venture, this new business you started. Tell me
Oh
about
my
that.
goodness! Wow, I retired back
I
in
want all the ladies to listen to this now.
2015. I retired,
Okay.
and for a whole year I did nothing. Well, back and forth with him and doing some of the music stuff, but I wanted something else to fulfill my day up, and I thought about something to do. So what happened was I remembered I like to sew. So I was like, okay, I really don't want to make clothes this time because clothes is sizes and fit and all this stuff. I was like, the perfect fit is a purse.
Okay.
So now I'm doing bags, all kinds of bags, accessory, purses, scarves. Recently I made a travel set, which consists of a garment bag, a duffel bag, and a shoe bag. And I'm doing fundraisers for churches.
Okay.
And
you're just as busy as
yeah, I'm busy, and I'm enjoying it because
Yeah.
I love to do the sewing, and I'm making them myself. So it may take a little while, but eventually everybody will get their orders out and stuff. But
Well,
that's
what's the
what
company
I'm doing.
name?
The company name is Charlie's Bags with a Z.
Okay.
BAGZ. Charlie with an I, no E. And I came up with that name when I first started working at the age of 17, outside of babysitting. Finally got a real job.
Yeah.
And first day I started working, my coworker called me Charlie because she couldn't pronounce my name.
You pronounce it for us.
It's Charcetta.
Charcetta.
Yes.
Okay.
And she.
That's beautiful.
Most people
That's
can't
good.
remember, so
Charcetta.
they go to Charlie. So
Mhm.
that's how I came up with
Well,
it.
now tell me about the umbrella services. You have a company called Sasha
Sashco. Yes.
Sashco?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now tell me about the umbrella of services underneath Sashco.
Well,
You
it
have your-
started out as with the music,
Okay.
and
So
then we
music.
have a children book
Yeah, children.
Division.
division, and then now we have the Charlie's Bag that joined
Okay.
in.
So this is part of the children's division.
Yeah.
Yes.
That.
And
Yes.
we have,
there's
am I holding this up?
there's a
Can-
CD
That goes with that, yes.
that goes with that.
Okay, and we have a CD to go with this, and
Yeah,
this is
there's a
part
CD.
of this. Okay, and here's the CD. Okay, and this is part.
And that book, we call that an activity book, and we both designed it.
Right.
And we had some friends help us with some of the artwork, and inside the book is coloring and activities where you have puzzles, and the CD takes you through the story.
Hold it up.
And the CD takes you through the story, and he did all the music to
Okay.
the CD, and it's acted out. It's acted out. The story is acted out with actors and actresses, and he did all the music on the CD. And currently, we are doing David and Goliath. Is it?
Yes.
For animation.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I just want to go over a couple of these CDs.
Right.
Okay. Explain this one, and these are giveaways.
Okay. Yeah. This is a giveaway. If you contact Doris, I don't know what the you have to forgive me. I don't know what the procedures are.
Right,
but
and I will send it to them.
Yeah,
I will send it.
yeah. So, and if you do our email, which is Conway, CONWAY, .music, spelt with a Z, MUZIC, at Gmail, we'll send you our single via your email. And so this here is our latest project. Homegrown. Corporate Praise is the name of the CD.
Okay.
And I want everybody to get one.
Okay.
I want you to have it so bad, I'll give it to you. So you ain't got to buy it, I'll give it to you.
Yes. There's a lot of good stuff on there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it's-
let's go with this one here.
Okay. So this is called The Key of Love. We got a video out on our video channel, and I don't know the address to my YouTube
I
Channel.
think
channel.
it's your YouTube channel. I think it's T Conway.
T Conway or TG Conway
Yes.
YouTube. So yeah. So
Like I said, she has his backup.
yeah.
I can't remember
absolutely.
those words or all those
Absolutely.
passcodes either.
Yeah.
But okay.
So-
now tell me a little bit about what you're doing now. Bring us up to date.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I am. I got this idea that since act of God actually to have been paid by all these different major movie companies that I would take this project this vision and pitch it to these companies once I get it to a certain point. And I'm working on. I got kids between the ages of how old is Jada?
11.
Jada's 11. And so yeah, they all And then I have a niece who is around 20 something. She's playing the part of my grandmother, which is Lottie Conway. So she's Lottie Conway, and the scene takes place in South Philadelphia. There's a There's the Conway family. So what happens is, what I'm working on now is 2 stories in one. So it's the story of David and Goliath, is the main story that I'm trying to put in a way that children can understand it.
Okay.
But there's a sub story from Tom, who is me, who gets his brand new bike taken by this big giant of a guy, of a kid, you know. So just like David, who was a kid, has to fight that giant, Tom has got to get his bike back from this kid who took his bike. So you have 2 ways of understanding that it takes courage, and you have to stand up for yourself,
Okay.
you know. And I've got my nephew who is he's around 12, so and a couple of other young kids.
That's great.
And
That's great.
I'm looking to hear from you.
Yes, I have some kids. I have a 501c3.
Okay.
And we teach them, and we teach them how to play music.
Okay.
And I have kids from the age of, I think my youngest one now is about 6.
Does any of them sing well?
I have one that sings, and he's
He? Oh, great.
he.
I'm looking for a he.
he is really good.
I'm looking for a
And
he.
Are you?
I need a
He
he.
is really good, and he's, I'm trying to think, 9, I think 9 or 10. He is excellent,
Okay.
and he'll be
All right.
glad. He'll be glad. To hear
Wow. Yeah.
it. I have girls too. But most of my students are boys.
Okay.
Can you believe that?
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and I have one talented little girl, and she's about 8,
Okay.
and she dances, she sings, she plays piano.
Okay.
So I have a pretty good group
All right.
for you. So
Well,
we'll be in contact.
we can
with
use it. We can use. We can use
that.
them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now, musically, you have a new CD out.
I have a new CD out.
Okay.
Although, I have different genres. So I just have a release on the Butler CD, which is kind of like old school R&B back in the day, So, you like old school, we got it, you got to check that out. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So, the name of the song is called I'm Sorry. It's kind of a Valentine Day. We're going to do a Valentine Day kind of push on it. And I hope you get a chance to check it out. It's really nice.
Well.
And then the group Bittersweet is kind of like a pop kind of thing. She's somewhere between Adele and who else would you say? I mean, she's
Check it out.
yeah. She's got a lot of talent.
She pretty much can sing anything.
Anything,
Yes. She did
yeah,
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry?
yeah. And she
All
gets
about that bass.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
about,
oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
that wasn't Katy
No,
Perry. That
that's-
was
yeah.
it
But they
wasn't
get
Katy Perry, was it?
they get a standing ovation every night.
Yeah.
So
Now, have you ever considered writing a book? I mean, it's so much that you've been through, and it's.
I might go to jail if I write a book.
You think you'll go to jail?
I mean, there's so much, I've led such an enormously blessed with grace life. Some of the things that I have escaped from. God bless fools and babies. I was not a baby. So I was a big fool at times. I got myself into a lot of different situations. And somehow, I got out of it. I gotta say, if it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be?
Yes.
So,
But you look like this kind of person that I could see you on the book cover.
Yeah.
And you're telling, you're telling your story and then you're telling about your music and all because what you were. You're
I can
not
see him
like
knocking
that.
on my door now saying,
You come with us.
yeah, you come with us. Yeah, yeah, we got this case from 40 years ago. Yeah, we finally got you.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I think that somebody's gonna get you sooner or later. One of these guys, these publishers, something.
Yeah.
They come to approach you. And
I
say,
have so many unbelievable stories.
You got stuff
I mean,
to
it would be
tell.
like it would be like telling you wouldn't believe it. It's too, but it's so. It's no way you could lie. Some of the things that I've done or been of experience, you can't make it up.
Okay, now we want to go to.
hey, can you imagine this? The Chronicles of T Life and Talmadge.
Ooh, 2 T's together.
Oh wow!
Ooh, that's something. You would have to read that.
Oh man!
But
They got stories to tell.
before we went on the set, we were talking about who inspired you
Right.
and who was it?
Oh man!
Was it
You
B.B.
know,
King?
well he was I guess you could say one of my childhood idols, but I would say if there was anybody that inspired me the most, it would have to be Ray Charles.
Okay.
It would have to be Ray Charles. Yeah, I loved the way he played that cross between that fusion like between gospel, and jazz, and R&B. And I never set out to really be a R&B writer. I never set out to be a disco writer. Although I remember looking in a songwriters magazine once and found out that I was the number 2 disco writer in the United States. I'm going around saying,
yes.
what's disco? I have no idea what disco was. I'm in the magazine as the number 2 disco writer. I had not a clue what disco was. I just like to write music. I like to write songs, tell a story. And other people categorize. And that's how I became an R&B writer and a disco writer, etc.
But what words would you have, inspirational words would you have to give to our younger musicians who are trying to make it in the music industry? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would say don't give up your dream. Keep your dream. Keep working on your dream. Yeah. That's what I would say. I would say keep working on your dream. And those who know the most get the most. Those who know the least get the least.
Right.
So learn all you can. Know the most. Be the one that knows the most. And that's I learned that from Mr. Kenny Gamble. That's his. I'm giving you a quote from his quote. Okay. Those who know the most get the most. Those who knows the least get the least. Okay. So it did pretty well for him. So
yeah, it did fine for him.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to let you talk and in the interview and say whatever you want to say to Facebook fans and friends. Just talk.
Yeah. Well, I thank Brother T Life and Joe Harris and all the double exposure people who have helped my career. I love you, man, and I'm glad to know that you thought about me in the situation that I'm here now. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm just sorry that we gotta go, man. I mean, I'm ready to hang out. Let's do something,
We can still hang out, right, Gilbert?
Let's
Maybe we all should get together one of these weekends or something and just go and just
Yeah.
have a good time, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking to really investigate what you want to do and talk about some things, man. You
Okay.
know, and to you young people, regardless of what I look like, you know, I may look like a dinosaur, but you know, in my heart, I still got juice. So, you know, let's get together and do something. You know, all you young people, you need what I have. I need what you have. You know, I know a lot of people who I've approached and said, "Hey, you know, you got something," and you know, they didn't get with me. Now they working at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, we can help. We can
you know,
help them.
We, you know, yeah, let's get together and help
Connect
each other.
one another together.
Yeah, you know. So the industry is based on young people.
Yeah.
I say, hey, you know, you need to know what I know, and I'm willing
To share.
to share. I mean, what else I'm gonna do with it? Take it with me?
Yeah, and
You
share.
know?
Because
So-
they need to know.
Yeah, they need to know. You know,
We have to keep our music alive.
let's keep the music
And
alive.
we got to keep it alive with the youngers.
Yeah.
Okay, get them now at this
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
to get in there and do this for us because
Right.
we won't be here to do
Right.
it. So they have to pick up and do it.
Yeah, I agree.
So what we do is we share this interview. And I always
Okay.
say the one, maybe two now because I have so much giveaways,
Okay,
to share the interview the most,
right,
then I give them a CD or I download
right,
one of your new songs for them.
Right.
And we're going to stick to that.
yeah,
So we want you to take and we want you to share this video. It was very informative, and Conway's been
Thank you.
around for a very long time,
yeah.
and he has a lot of gifts that God has given
Yeah.
him. I mean, God's
Yeah.
given you all these gifts, and he's willing to share these gifts with you, so let's take advantage of it.
I worked with all the groups of the '70s, just about everybody that was out in the '70s. You know, Spinners, OJ's, Temptations, Four Tops, Ebony's, Blue Notes, Dells, Dubs, you name it. You know, I've worked with Lola Falana, you name it. You know,
So we got to use you.
yeah.
So we
you know,
can-
let's
yeah.
do it. Let's do it. I'm still here. What's up? I'm still here. You know, where's everybody at? You
Well,
know,
hopefully they will contact us. Okay?
Yeah,
Now
please.
my email is it's Doris at dhjindieshow.com. I have a lot of emails here and I can't remember, but you can go to my Facebook page and it's right there. So you can
Okay.
just send me an email and I can send you a copy of the CD
Yeah.
that Conway left here for you, your
Right.
special person,
Yeah.
and then you can contact Conway.
me at you contact me at Conway CONWAY dot. Don't forget to put that dot in there. Music spelt with a Z. MUZIC at gmail.com.
Okay, and you have a
Yeah.
website?
Yes, I do have a
Yeah,
website.
Charlie?
Charlie?
It's Sashco, SASHCO, musicpublishing.com. And Charlie Bags is, you can find me on Facebook under Charlie, CharlieBagz.
Okay.
And that same spelling at gmail.com if you want to contact me for some bag orders.
Okay.
I got a
That's
whole
right.
bunch of Philly bags at the moment.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Philly, but Eagles bags.
Yeah, I've seen some
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboy
Yeah.
bags too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to mention
Yeah.
that. But my webpage is D Hall James indie show.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's my, but it's on my Facebook page. You can get it too.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
And I want to say thank you to all the Facebook fans and friends for joining us tonight. Very informative interview. Thank you very much, guys, for accepting my invite and being here
Yes.
tonight. I want to thank you, Gilbert, for producing us and taking time to get all the stuff ready.
Thank you,
Okay.
bruh.
And next week,
All good.
January 31st, our guest would be no other than Dennis Harris from MFSB. Okay,
Love him.
he will be
Yeah.
here at 1:00 p.m. And Terry Price, my longtime friend, he's a
Oh,
songwriter,
okay.
singer, and producer. He will be here at 8:00 p.m. So please join us while we travel through their musical journey with them.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And now we're going to sign off. And once again, we say thank you and enjoy your evening.
Peace.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey.